Ready to go live?
Everybody got everybody.
Ooh.
We just saying if y'all. Somebody got mixed up. Substitute delivery, yeah.
Alderman Williams,
Here.
Alderwoman Johnson, Alderman Robinson,
Here.
Alderwoman Melton,
Here.
Alderwoman Wilkins,
Here.
Alderwoman Artis,
Here.
Alderwoman Carter,
Here.
Alderman Holt.
All the votes excused. Today is the birthday.
Very good. We have quorum to conduct city business.
Please stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, I entertain a motion to adopt the agenda. Motion made by Alderman Williams, for a second.
Second.
Second by Alderman Artis. Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same sign. Item E, approval of minutes. Looking for motion to approve minutes of October 9th, 2023, regular session. Motion made by Alderman Williams, for a second. Second by Alderman Melton. Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Opposed, the same sign. Motion passes. We go to item F, approval of warrants for October, November, in the amount of $219,305.66. Motion to approve. So moved. Motion made by Alderman Robinson, second by Alderman Williams. Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same sign. We have to mayor report. Things to report on. First of all, I'd like to, we had a great Halloween celebration, this year, every year we have a great Halloween celebration. We had record numbers, this year, and we want to thank the staff at the rec center. We had volunteers at Stream Park and volunteers as well. And, tremendous turnout. I would say, if I had to put a number, I would say somewhere around 1,000 individuals. It was nonstop for 2 hours, a lot of families, a lot of people, a lot of good times, so kudos to our city for that. Number two, our Urban League senior building, which is, as you can see, is coming up, will be finished next month. Mid-December, it will be finished, completed, and start to take applications. That will be promoted soon, as far as the applications, not out yet, but they will be completed by the middle of December. So look forward to more communications about that from the individuals that are looking forward to maybe wanting to have some residents there. I'll have the information probably available soon with that. It will be open sometime in mid-December. Also, I'd like to announce that we did receive the grant from Municipal Park Association for the rec center gym that we're going to renovate, which is about $350,000. And so that's coming very soon. We're moving fast with that. Some construction may take place as early as the end of December. It'll be a 2-month process with that renovation. And so you will get more information, working on just drawings for the community to view very soon. So that will come up very soon. We'd like to schedule, this is budget season, so we'd like to schedule a budget workshop, which will be on December 2nd, 10 a.m. here at City Hall. We would like all aldermen to attend. We know some schedules may not permit, but you have the budget well in advance. If you have any questions, you can actually send those questions prior to that date. But that's a day for a workshop. It's not an official meeting. It's just a workshop where we kind of get together and talk about some of the budgetary things. If you have any questions, things that sort. That will be December 2nd, 10 a.m. here at City Hall. Also, on December 21st, we have our senior Thanksgiving luncheon that will take place at the Rec Center. That is the 21st of November at 12 o'clock. This is an annual event we do for our seniors. Everyone should have got a mailer. Who's a senior should have got a mailer sometime last week should hit, promoting that event, and so we're getting them for RSVPs for that event, so if you know any seniors, please, mention to them they have the RSVPs for it. It's very important that they do so. Also, this weekend, we'll be giving our senior turkey giveaways. We also have sent that same letter and have asked seniors to RSVP, give them a list of turkeys that we do every year. And so that giveaway will be this Saturday. So the list, they've been gone pretty good. So I only have 150 so far. It's a lot. I know that. I mean, turkey and ham. Oh, man, okay. Already 150. Okay. Glad I had. We got a little work to do, but that giveaway is this Saturday, and we'll deliver it on the public works staff, myself, and some other volunteers. We'll deliver those directly to the seniors this Saturday. December 22nd, we partnered with a church. What's the name of the church? There's a church that's doing out of Florida that's doing a food truck giveaway, feeding people free through food trucks. And it'll be on the rec center a lot, and it's in the spirit of the holidays. Okay, we'll get a flyer to you. It's gonna be November 22nd on the rec center. I'm sorry. November 22nd.
November.
12 to 2 on the rec center lot. So the senior dinner is on the 21st, but the food truck event is on the 22nd, 12 to 2. And when they come up, they'll get a free meal from the food truck. And with that, my mayor's report is complete. And we will go into board announcements, if there are any board announcements. If they're not, we'll go to item I, new business. Terry Wilson, administrative report.
Thank you, Mayor. Greeting board, citizens of the great city of Dealwood. It is great to be back, seeing you all. October was very, very busy. I'm just going to give you a couple of things that was going on. October 26th through the 27th, I attended the Loggers annual meeting. Loggers is our retirement system, and so I got an opportunity to get more abreast on how the retirement system works. And also I got to see the process of the board of trustees that they have. So the board of trustees is made up of all the members who are in the Loggers plan. And so since I attended, next year I'll be eligible if I wanted to, but I don't want to add anything to my plate to be a trustee. But it's a lot of municipalities that are a part of Loggers, especially in North County, that aren't really represented at those meetings. So that was one thing I noticed. And so I'm going to be way more involved so I can make sure I'm informing not only our employees and you all, but surrounding communities as well, by just being at the table and being present. So I got a chance to attend that October 26th through 27th out there in Maryland Heights, and made some good contact with a lot of key people as well. November 1st, myself and the mayor attended the MML regional meeting that was held here in Ferguson. And the conversation was around crime. We had Chief Doyle and the chief from Florissant was the panelists, and they both gave their perspective as chiefs. Chief Doyle pretty much kind of talked about community policing and the importance of community policing. And the Florissant chief kind of covered a lot of the issues dealing with the juveniles, because that's a real big topic. Those are our main criminals out here, you know, and so we had a very, very robust conversation. I think we'll continue from there. There was a lot of good dialogue and networking from that meeting, so we got a chance to attend that. Also, demolition had a bit of a delay, but I talked to our contractor in St. Louis County, and so demo on those two houses on Height and Bradshaw will start the week of the 20th. And so I told him to call me the day that they pull up with the trucks. And so we're scheduled for those to come down the week of the 20th. Also, the mayor covered, we did receive the grant, and he also signed the agreement. And so I made sure I got that back to the Parks Foundation Committee. And so we have green light to get started. The mayor will let you all know when that'll begin. I'd like to echo the Halloween party was a success. It was amazing. Saw so many kids and my phone kept ringing and it was all on Facebook and everything. But it was, it was just another example of how the city of Delwood really takes the lead on those community events. A lot of people come from other communities just so they can fellowship over here in Delwood. And so, I think that's a great thing. We're going to definitely make sure we keep that going bigger and better every year. Also, I have been talking to you all for several months about our ordinances going on line. So tonight, it's on the agenda for you all to approve the updated ordinances in our code book. And so you all will have a beautiful, lovely code book at the December meeting. Those are being assembled. They sent everything to us, myself and Gaynell and some staff. We'll be putting those together because, like I said, it's a real thick leather, but it's a nice book. A lot of reading for you all, and so we'll have those prepared for you all at the December meeting. But I will tell you, once you all approve it this week, me and Gaynell will make sure that it goes live on the website, and so I'll be sure to have Gaynell send you all out the link, so you all will be able to click on the link. And when your residents call you about any ordinance, you can literally type it in like Google, like if it has something to do with dogs, you type up dogs, and every ordinance dealing with that will come up, or trash, or whatever they call you about. So it'll be definitely convenient. And if you all need some assistance with that, please don't hesitate to call Gaynell or myself, and we'll make sure that you all are accommodated with that new tool that you all have at your fingertips. And I think that is it. I'm gonna stop right there. If you all have any questions about anything, but oh yes, we have one thing that'll go over on my report. So it's time to renew our liability insurance, and we have the representative, Mr. Lucas. He is here. He's going to give us a small presentation on that. Mr. Lucas, you have the floor.
Right. Thanks for having me. It's good to see all of you. So as Terry mentioned, my name is Lucas Signorelli. I'm with Daniel and Hendricks. So we're the city's insurance broker for general liability, workers' compensation, and all the city's property. So all those policies come up for renewal every year in November, which is why we're here today. So been working with the mayor and Terry and Gaynell to sort of go through that process, and appreciate, as always, their work and focus and diligence in making sure the city's assets are properly insured, properly covered. So I would say that the high level takeaway this evening is we do have a cost increase this year of about 14% or $11,000 annually. What's driving that primarily is the property insurance, more specifically on the rec center. So as we all know, as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, we have seen a lot of inflation, particularly in construction costs and building materials. So we did an appraisal this year on the rec center to see how much would it cost to reconstruct that building. Were it to burn down or a tornado hits and we would have a total loss, what would it take in order to reconstruct? We realized we had that building underinsured by a couple $1 million. We had the insurance company come in, double check our work to make sure we were accurate on that. It was correct. And we did need to increase that limit of insurance in order to make sure, again, that that asset of the cities is fully protected should anything bad ever happen. So that's the primary driver of the cost increase. We had a couple of other areas go down a bit, particularly the city's workers' compensation premium. So had some big claims fall off of the history. But when you look at all the numbers at the end of the day, it's about a 14% increase. What I like to do at this time is kind of zoom out a little bit, because when we took this over 4 years ago, we cut the city's premiums in half. So when we look at it big picture, we're still paying about 40% less than we were back in 2019, which I think is a good thing, about $400,000 in savings during that time. But work with Terry and the mayor on it. We think in order to keep that rec center, which again is a key asset of the cities, properly covered, properly insured, that this is the right decision for this year. Otherwise, a lot of just the mechanics, the fundamentals remain the same. Travelers is the city's primary insurance company. They're the #1 insurer of municipalities and public entities in the United States. So you guys are in a good there. That's kind of the basic overview of the situation. I don't want to bore you too much with the details on the insurance, but I'm here to answer your questions here this evening. And if you have anything in follow-up, feel free to direct that to Terry, Gaynell. Our office is here to serve you and answer your questions and provide assistance. Any questions on that, on the summary on the insurance renewal?
If there are no questions, I'm going to entertain a motion to accept this renewal.
So.
Motion made by Alderman Johnson, is there a second? Second by Alderman Williams, any discussion? Roll call.
Alderwoman Johnson,
Yes.
Alderman Williams.
Yes.
Alderman Robinson,
Yes.
Alderwoman Melton, Alderwoman Wilkins,
Yes.
Alderwoman Carter,
Yes.
Alderwoman Artis.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Appreciate your time this evening. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lucas.
Next on the agenda is item B, police activity report, Lieutenant Thompson.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Okay, for the month of October, we had 32 alarm calls, 4 assaults, 5 accidental injuries, 17 auto accidents, 4 burglary reports, 13 check the welfares, 15 disturbance calls, 10 stolen vehicles, 10 loitering reports, 1 missing juvenile, 2 calls for open doors, 4 ordinance violations, 5 property damage reports, 53 sick cases, 7 suspicious persons, 8 calls for shots heard, 20 suspicious vehicles, 501 traffic violations was written, 82 parking violations was written. And we have 10 911 hang-up calls, which brings us to a total of 542 calls for service for the month of October. Any questions? Okay, I missed neighborhood watch, but I did get information, and I understand that, Mr. Fitzwater, Walter, and his wife, put on an excellent presentation dealing with drugs and everything, even shared the family tragedy and everything. So I understand it was an excellent presentation, and it was also Mrs. Clark's birthday, so they did a little celebration for her.
Happy birthday.
Yes.
Okay, also last month we talked about bringing in world famous Officer Butler.
I got him right
He's
here.
here tonight.
Yes,
So,
sir.
he's gonna come and just give a brief overview. You have to be careful of detailed questions, things are based on work that he's doing. He's gonna give you a brief overview of what he does and how he does it.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My job is basically to look at the call for services, the type of activity that goes on in your community. What I do is either send out an informal meeting letter or a cease and desist letter. That's 2 folds. When I see the call for service for complaints, unnecessary call for police, for example. A couple of days ago, lady called 3 times. Guess what the call for? My child don't want to go to school. That is not a police matter. Also look at what type of police reports have been written at these occasions. And informal meeting, that is more of a proactive, let them know, hey, I am watching you. If this activity continues, you will receive what we call a cease and desist letter. I meet with the tenant and the property owner or the person that's in control of that property. I will explain to them in detail. Some of this will be issued if this activity will continue. When it comes to getting a cease and desist letter straight off the bat, something real crucial has to happen, such as a shooting, a robbery. That robbery, that person must be living at the property that does the crime in Delwood. They will automatically get a cease and desist letter. That letter does not get mailed out to the tenant. I personally will take that letter and post it at the door, take a picture of it. On that letter is a meeting date. That meeting date will be 30 days out from the date of the incident. They are required to come in and meet with me, and the rules of the law will be explained to them. One of them is that if the activity still continue, something could be written, or your occupancy permit may be revoked, and that has happened. In closing, since this has been implemented, there has been 29 informal meeting letters sent out. Out of the 29 informal meeting lists has been sent out, 20 of those has received a nuisance letter. Out of that 20, 11 of those properties has been vacated and problem resolved. 12 summonses has been issued to those folks that has a nuisance letter. Okay, currently now, I'm still only monitoring 9 properties. They have been quiet, they have been cooperating, and all I would ask for them at these meetings is compliance. Be a good neighbor. People don't want to hear your things outside your house. Fireworks, you all know that it is illegal to pop fireworks in Delwood. That is a no-no. That is when you definitely will get a letter from me in July to discuss this. And if you happen to call the police, always send the police to where the problem is at, because I have to read the details. All right? Any questions?
Any general questions for Officer Butler?
Yes, ma'am.
Alderman Carter.
Yes, officer, I wanted to know, where are the records that you are saying to us? Like, if it's someone that we called about, or one of our citizens called us about the issue that you've been working with, is there any way that we can look at the history on that?
That is all our records. Those records cannot be seen.
Okay. So we would just call you to see what the
I'd rather not, because I am watching houses and I'm doing so much. And if something happened, if I send a informal meeting letter, that's between me, the tenant, and the property owner or management.
Those questions can come to the administrator.
Okay.
Because the call for services, when they come to a meeting, they will get a copy of a list of all the calls, but they will not have the detail. Those details they do not get.
Because sometimes that the resident might call the older person back and wants to talk about what happened. And so we don't have a record that you all have. So it's just Mayor was saying, just call administration and kind of work through that.
Yeah.
Whole line. Okay. Thank you very much.
Any questions for Officer Butler? Well, I know firsthand the work that you've done. You work close hand in hand, and you made a tremendous difference.
Thank you, sir.
We appreciate you and your style, and you're more diplomatic than I would be, but I know it needs to be though, because there's people file lawsuits against that sort. Things that people want done is always not legally the right thing to do, and you make sure you follow that, so whatever you do, it holds up and it stands. And so I do appreciate your thoroughness when it comes to that.
Thank you, sir.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Alderman Rouse.
Are you the person that the nuisance dogs?
No, we don't no one contacts him directly. When it
Okay,
comes to administration, we work with them.
I got to have police calls for service or police report.
okay.
Because when they come in, when folks come in, I can say, see, not what someone told me. See.
Okay, I got you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Now we're going to, we have a couple ordinances for tonight. And with that, I'd like for the clerk to give, bill number BL 2023-10, its first reading by title only.
An ordinance adopting and enacting a new code of ordinances for the city of Delwood, county of St. Louis, state of Missouri, establishing the same, providing for the repeal of certain ordinances not included therein, except as herein expressly provided, providing for the manner of amending such code of ordinances, providing penalty for the violation thereof, and providing when this ordinance shall become effective.
At this time, I'm going to entertain a motion to give bill number BL 2023-10, second reading.
So,
Motion made by Alderwoman Johnson, second by Alderwoman Williams. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Williams,
yes.
Alderwoman Johnson,
Yes.
Alderman Robinson,
Yes.
Alderwoman Melton, Alderwoman Wilkins,
Yes.
Alderwoman Carter,
Yes.
Alderwoman Artis.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Second reading.
An ordinance adopting and enacting a new code of ordinances for the city of Delwood, county of St. Louis, state of Missouri, establishing the same, providing for the repeal of certain ordinances not included therein, except as herein expressly provided, providing for the manner of amending such code of ordinances, providing penalty for the violation thereof, and providing when this ordinance shall become effective.
This time I'd like to get a motion to adopt bill number BL 2023-10 into ordinance number ORD 10-2023.
So
Motion made by Alderman Williams, is second.
Second.
Second by Alderman Artis, any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Williams,
yes.
Alderwoman Johnson,
Yes.
Alderman Robinson,
Yes.
Alderwoman Melton,
Yes.
Alderwoman Wilkins,
Yes.
Alderwoman Artis,
Yes.
Alderwoman Carter.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Thank you. This next ordinance is, if you're not familiar, on Delbridge Court, there were two homes that we lost on a, what do you call it, not a mudslide, I guess it was. Two homes were shifted because of the land. We have two homes in that court, and the land was owned, of course, by MSD. This ordinance is giving the property from MSD so we can maintain ownership of that land. So, City Clerk, can you give the bill number BL 2023-11, this first reading by title only?
An ordinance authorizing the mayor of the city of Delwood to execute a real property purchase agreement with MSD to acquire a quitclaim deed for the unimproved property located at 1625 and 1627 Delwood Court, Delwood, Missouri, for $1.
This time, can you give bill number BL 2023-11, its second reading?
An ordinance authorizing the mayor of the city of Delwood to execute a real property purchase agreement with MSD to acquire a
I'm sorry.
quick,
I need a motion
yes.
to give bill number BL 2023-11, its second reading. Motion made by Alderman Melton, the second. Second by Alderman Williams, any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Williams,
Yes.
Alderwoman Johnson,
Yes.
Alderman Robinson,
Yes.
Alderwoman Melton,
Yes.
Alderwoman Wilkins,
Yes.
Alderwoman Artis,
Yes.
Alderwoman Carter.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Second reading.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor of the city of Delwood to execute a real property purchase agreement with MSD to acquire a quitclaim deed for unimproved property located at 1625 and 1627 Delwood Court, Delbridge Court in Delwood, Missouri for $1.
This time I entertain a motion to adopt bill number BL 2023-11 into ordinance number ORD 11-2023.
So moved.
Motion made by Alderman Artis, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Williams, any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Williams,
Yes.
Alderwoman Johnson,
Yes.
Alderman Robinson,
Yes.
Alderwoman Melton, Alderwoman Wilkins,
Yes.
Alderwoman Artis,
Yes.
Alderwoman Carter.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Thank you. Next is resolution. And what this is, the main West Florissant project is about to start soon in 2024. And there's some pieces of property where we have the right of way, and this is St. Louis County need to obtain some of that right of way to put in drainage and things of that sort. So this is tied into the West Florissant work that's about to begin as well. So this time I entertain a motion just to adopt resolution 8-2023. Motion by Alderman Melton, just second.
Second.
Second by Alderman Johnson, any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Williams,
Yes.
Alderwoman Johnson,
Yes.
Alderman Robinson,
Yes.
Alderwoman Melton,
Yes.
Alderwoman Wilkins,
Yes.
Alderwoman Artis,
Yes.
Alderwoman Carter.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Thank you. That concludes the business portion of our meeting. Next is public portion. If you have any public comments, please state your name, address, and public comment.
Okay.
Ellis Fitzwalter, 7 South Schluter. I want to thank on October 28th, Delwood allowed us to set up another take-back day, DEA take-back day. Thanks to Lieutenant Thompson for providing the law enforcement portion of it. It was a pretty miserable day that day, but we did still manage to collect one box of, pretty good set, tall box of prescription medications. We were also able to give out some prescription locking bags as well as safe medication disposal bags at that event. Also, I'd like to thank the city of Delwood and the Neighborhood Watch for having us speak at the November 7th meeting. There again, we got a lot of, we got Narcan in the hand of everybody that attended, which is always a good thing because the more people that carry Narcan, the better off we'll be out there because you never know when you might run across somebody that's suffering an overdose. The only other thing I have to say as an organization, tomorrow we'll be one of the hosting organizations for the first ever St. Louis County Teen Drug Summit. It'll be, we'll be having students from, well, in this area, Riverview, Ferguson, Larson School District, but we'll be having students from, about 16 schools in the North County area, middle schools. We'll be getting them transported to the Hazelwood Baptist Church, giving them a day of education and on mental health, and on substance use. So, we're plugging away to try to keep North County and do it all we can for North County. So, but, just like to thank Delwood for the support they're giving us and letting us do, provide services in this area. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. Mayor Jones, the board. Name is Nate Haywood, 66 South Florida Drive. I just have 2 requests for you guys. On Florida, we don't have a speed sign. And also, I just dealt with St. Louis County board, council board with the budget 2 weeks ago. So I know you guys dealing with the budget. I'm the deputy director of Justice Services. And we need some speed bumps, if it's all possible, whenever you guys can fit it in the budget. Down that street, we have a raceway coming through there. It's ridiculous how they coming around the cul-de-sac and speeding like right after each other, like they in the race. You guys, when you look over the budget, it's all possible that we can get some speed bumps in there. And like I said, I met with the county council 2 weeks ago. They put us on a budget of $900,000 for the overtime until December because we have a lot of overtime in the jail. So I'm just leaving now from the jail, and I'm the deputy director. So that's crazy. But whenever you guys can get that in, I appreciate it so much. And Mr. Wilson, what you said about the juvenile, it's crazy. The juvenile department met with me last month. They want us to start taking some of the juveniles, because it's getting out of hand. Yeah, so it is getting crazy over there. So they want us to help them out. So that's what we're dealing with. So I can imagine, you guys got a lot on your plate also. But just think about us on Florida. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot.
Any public comments? I'd like to motion to adjourn.
So,
From Alderman Johnson, second by Alderman Myers. Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same sign. Adjourn.
All right, Russell. Thank you.